Welcome back. I'm going to be answering all of your weight loss questions and trying out some new trending makeup that I've been wanting to try, including this e.l.f. foundation. Thank you and hello to all my new subbies. I freaking love you guys, and let's just jump right in, shall we? First question is, how do you stop thinking about food? For me, this was my biggest issue. So I'm glad we're starting here. During the pandemic was really when I was in the midst of my weight loss journey, and me and my boyfriend are both PC gamers. That's actually how we ended up meeting. Because of this, we personally flourished during the pandemic because not only do I personally thoroughly enjoy the company of my partner, but we were able to just game the vast majority of the time, which took my mind off of food and weight loss and whatever I was doing at the time, especially since we were going back to back hours on end, you know? So some of the distractions that I had was doing mad fit stretches and doing yoga and stuff like that. Those were ways I was just able to get my mind off it, but also no, because I feel like it's easier said than done to just be like, oh yeah, you know, just take your mind, just distract yourself, because it was this thing that was very crippling and it felt like it consumed me. Just know that it felt debilitating, and it was very, very, very difficult for me to get my mind off it. And the only way I was able to was if I genuinely poured my efforts and my thoughts and my energy into something else. And it was only temporary. It wasn't this thing where it was like, oh, I'm doing this thing. Now my mind is off it all day. Like, not at all. It was very much giving, you're trying to cope. You're really trying to cope here. And I would even say that maybe the thought still existed in the back of my mind, but the more I just keep doing new things and challenging myself, and like I said, being here on this camera makes this very easy to take my mind off of the food, because now my problem really isn't thinking about food, it's getting to the food and now trying to eat it more often. That's my problem now, and I shit you not, I never thought that would be the case. Because I also learned to not restrict myself when it came to food, because I would binge otherwise. Oh, you can't have chips. Oh, you can't have fruit snacks. You can't have this anymore. Then I knew no matter what, I'm going to end up in a binge, because my mind will always go to, this is the last time I can have this until X, Y, and Z. For me, the mental games, the mental straits were excessive, and I had to find a way to get around them. And I just want to emphasize that it wasn't this thing that was just like, yep, I'm distracted, I'm good to go. Like, it was these lingering feelings, these lingering thoughts, but over time, they were just less and less. It ended up being way too long-winded to say distract yourself, but also know that it is a struggle and it isn't gonna go away super fast. I'm trying, I want to be better. I want to learn to stop flapping my jacks. I'm always flapping my jacks. I'm so sorry. Wow. Okay, I really like this question. Next question is, I want to record my journey because I know it will keep me on track, but I'm so afraid of people making fun of me or looking like an idiot. How did you get past this? For this question, I want to preface by saying that I was 1, raised by a man. 2, I never really struggled with confidence in myself. Like, I struggled with probably like self-esteem issues, or I don't know, not really struggling with what people thought about me. I feel like I always understood that it doesn't matter, that whatever someone has to say or whatever someone thinks about me doesn't actually matter. Like, it doesn't really affect me. It doesn't affect my day-to-day life. No one actually knows what your life is like. And when I was younger, I was just always comfortable being myself when it came to my personality. I wasn't always comfortable being myself when it came to my interests, because my interests were more of a nerdy girl type of thing, and also being a black girl that liked anime and liked nerdy things like that at the time wasn't trendy like it is today. I find that because I've just always been rooted in who I was, and also because I was on the internet since a young age, I was 12 when I really started getting into PC gaming and stuff like that. I grew a tough skin really early, man. I had no choice because I was in a space full of guys, and I also am a person who had male friends the vast majority of their life, and it's not even to say it had anything really to do with females. It just had everything to do with my interests. It had everything to do with the things that I like to do, the things that I like to partake in. And with that just came the confidence of, like, I don't know, like being myself. I've always liked that. I've always liked anime. I remember reading manga when I was younger. Fruits Basket, I want to say, was my first manga. And I thought that these things were so, like, I'd be so heavily judged for them. Is it really with the earth? Is it really with the World Wide Web that's seeing you? Or is it with the people from your past seeing you? Like, I think it's different for everyone. I know a good friend of mine, or actually, multiple friends of mine, really just struggle with, I don't want to start this because I don't want people to see, or people from my past to see that I'm doing it. And it's just like, so, like, why? Does it even matter? Like, I don't know. I guess I've always, like, I do have this attitude of it doesn't matter, and no, like, I'm not affected. Consider that you're not documenting it for them. You're documenting it for you. And that's what matters. You're trying to look back on your progress. You're trying to see how far you've come. How many people do you hear say that they regret it? That they regret starting? Not many. Or at least, I haven't heard any. That's why I'm saying not many. But you tell me if there's anyone that ever says that. Because I know that everyone always says that starting their channel or becoming into the creative space was one of the best things that they ever did. And it's because of all the growth, skills, and knowledge that you acquire over time. And then you also get to just like look back, to reflect, see your growth, you know? It's just, all those things are so impactful and important. So I don't know. I think getting past it is just understanding that you also are a human and that you can do this thing that I'm doing right now too. And it doesn't have to look like this. It'll look your way or whatever the case may be. People will always learn from wins, success, and they will always learn from failures and losses. If I gain 9-10 pounds in a month, it is what it is. It's time to share. Let's talk about it, you know, and we'll see how it is next month. Get back on the train again, see and get going, you know, like it is what it is. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't take it so like it has to be so heavy. You know, don't let the weight loss be also this heavy weight on you that's stopping you from living. That's one of the main things that I feel like weight loss and thinking about food and thinking about weight loss all the time does. It just has you constantly missing out on life and missing out on experiences because you're constantly thinking about your appearance, how you look, how you're perceived, how people are thinking about you, how people are feeling about you. Not everyone's gonna like you. People are gonna hate you for no reason. It just is what it is, you know? And I guess I've always felt that inside. Maybe my dad prepared me for that, but I don't care. I don't think that anyone can hurt my feelings. No one knows me the way I know myself, and everyone should know that. No one knows you. No one knows what your thought process is. No one knows how long you've been thinking about something, dealing with something. Nothing. They don't know anything. No one knows but you. Help people. If you want to help people, help yourself. Take the chance. Start your channel. Make that TikTok. Start that job. Quit your job. Get a new one. It does all these things, you know. Life is so fickle. So you just, man. Patience and grace. So now that I've taken like 10 minutes to answer that question, which I'll probably edit down to maybe 2 minutes, hopefully, we'll see. Did you have loose skin after losing the 60 pounds? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Loose skin and a lot of that stuff does have to do with your genetics and, you know, basically your skin elasticity, your age. All those things matter when it comes to this. For me, my family, the girlies have stretch marks. Like, it is what it is. We have stretch marks. We have them very dark and prominent. And I think that, wow, this looks nice. I have a lot of my loose skin on my arms, I have some on my thighs, oh, and on my breasts. And other than that, I think that is it. Do you really care about getting healthy? And if that means losing the weight and getting loose skin, I think you just lose the weight. Could you do I believe this was supposed to say video on workouts that you did in the beginning? I absolutely can, and I definitely will since you are asking. And I figure, why not do a workout with me? Why not do the workout together? Or maybe even have a live stream where we just do the workouts together. Is that insane? Honestly, I'd be so down to do something like that. I'm down for all kinds of things. And I will write it down right now. Can you share what app you used for fasting? Yes, I believe I used Zero. I believe it was called Zero. I believe that was what it was, like a timer app basically, where you can set what kind of fasting regimen that you're on. Am I gonna do liner? Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll try this Maybelline liner. Why not? This is you don't need to use glue lash extensions, and we'll see. Press on falsies. Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. It was a great app for if you were doing intermittent fasting, OMAD, 18-6, 16-8, 21-3, like 24, whatever. Whatever you decided, whatever fasting you decided to do, that app is great for it. I'm sure there's so many others. It's been a while since I've used a fasting app. So, yeah. I know this video is old and I just came across it today. And this is random, but is Buns trained? I asked because my rabbit doesn't follow commands how Buns did jumping on the couch. Also, does she chew on things like the edges of walls, etc.? My rabbit has chewed up so much. Yes, Buns is not a princess. She is a mess. If you even think about getting a rabbit, for one, it's just, oh my goodness gracious. Like, protect those baseboards. Buns is a lot better than Stone, and it's still chaos here. All right, next trending product is this e.l.f. primer. Trained? Well, yeah, they're litter trained and they know their names. Is that what you mean? Because Buns knows her name. And as soon as I call her, she'll come running. Stone, I don't think knows his name fully, but he knows when I'm calling him. I think based on tone, but I'm not sure if Stone knows that he's Stone. I think he just knows when I'm calling him. I started early. I knew that bunnies were able to learn commands early, so I started early, and I just immediately would say up to Buns and stuff like that, up Buns and stuff like that when I would tell her to get on the ottoman. They are very interactive and social creatures that have personalities. I feel like a lot of people, there's common misconception about bunnies being like these dumb animals when they are very, very far from that. If you are proactive about it, then you can train your rabbit, but your rabbit also has its own personality, and I can say that it really matters, their personality and how their litter habits are, how clean they are, because Buns, I would say, is much cleaner and her litter habits are pristine. Stone, kind of messy. He's a 90-10. He's a 90-10. Next question while I try and get this open. How did you do keto for so long? And honestly, I don't know how I did keto for so long. I couldn't tell you. The reason why I couldn't tell you, let's see. Okay. I won't lie, I love these doe foots that they use on. Oh wow. Is this good enough? We're gonna use a brush. Yeah, let's use the Real Techniques brush. I love this brush. And let's also get a little bit of spray on it. I just wanted to lose the weight so bad, and I just needed something to work. Like I needed some result from something. And keto seemed to be the easiest thing since you could still eat a lot of yummy foods. I am shining a bit more than I personally would like. Oh my gosh, but maybe I like it. I was eating all different kinds of things. It also was an opportunity for me to get really creative in the kitchen for some reason, when that was something that I never desired or something that I never really cared about. And I think that was also why I struggled a lot during my journey, is because I'm not like a cooker. But I can see why people that are cookers could struggle as well, because you can get up there in calories even in your own kitchen. I didn't think it was possible to really lose weight eating fat like that, eating burgers, eating cheese, eating pork rind. I'm gonna cut myself off real quick because I'm trying the Fenty concealer as a brightening concealer. I normally use the MAC NW42. This is my favorite concealer. Blends so flawlessly. How about we do Fenty on this side, and then we will do this one on this side, and we'll see how they both do. Yeah, keto really just taught me so much about food, really removing that food stigma and just understanding that all food is benefiting you in some way, and other foods benefit you more than others and are going to impact you, and you'll see those results in your everyday life, if that makes sense. Ooh, okay. All right, let's see how this side looks. I'm not sure which one I like more though. There were also so many different keto recipes that I had tried from seeing online. There's so many desserts you could try. I can also understand why people do fasting. And then in addition to all the obvious benefits of fasting, and speaking of fasting, Ramadan is right around the corner. Right around the corner, baby, and I am there. Okay, I am ready this year. I was ready last year too. Wait. Before we get too far, let's set the under eye with this trending puff. Oh, okay, so as you can see, this is awesome. I'm going to use this, slip my fingers on in there. Honestly, the amount of keto questions that I got, I should probably make a keto video just dedicated for all you keto lovers, because I definitely get why people want to try it. Pretty. Ooh, I like it. I like it, and I love Merit's blush. Merit's blush is so good. I'm even gonna put a little more. That is so cute. There are definitely some comments here that I wanted to go over because I was so just excited to do this and just see all you guys' comments. I can't wait to go back and reply to all of them as well. I am a fatty, and arms wasn't ever my hang up, as I sweat like, dang man, it's the gut for me. This comment, I love this comment because it speaks to genuinely how all of us are going to have, oh wow, that needs blending out on the forehead. You see that? We all have just like different insecurities, something that you really can't stand about yourself. Someone is just like, yo, I wish my whatever looked like that. So, like, what? If only this part of me looked like this, or if only this was a little bit smaller. And there's certain things that trigger me even when I watch some of the girls' hauls that I watch, was when they get something that doesn't fit, and they'll say that like, oh yeah, when I lose this weight, or yeah, just give me this amount of time. Like, you don't have to set those restrictions on yourself. You don't have to do those things. Just buy the piece that fits you right now. I can also agree that it's easier said than done, because no one just, like, a lot of us don't have disposable income to just be buying pieces. And when we buy pieces, we're very intentional with buying them because it's not very often that we can get pieces. Wear what you're comfortable in because it affects your everyday. Wear what you feel comfortable in because it affects how you perceive yourself. And, don't fall too much in line with what everyone says or thinks you should be wearing. Do you? You're the one that has to look at your body every single day. You're the one that has to live and exist in your body. So that is why you want to take care of it. Like, that's why you want it. You want it. Trust me, you want it. When you said that leftovers was on your mind, thought it was just me. Dude, when it came to leftovers, that one was for sure my weakness. If we're already sitting in the restaurant and the leftovers are sitting in front of me, not only am I thinking about them, but like if we're gonna get home, I probably won't even be hungry and I'll be thinking about those leftovers. This is so true. More people need to talk about food addiction. It's quite literally always wanting food, even if you're not hungry, just for the feeling, and getting to the root of that is huge. I 100% agree. Food addiction is no joke. And like I said before, that's definitely something that really, really held me back during my journey. I would just eat, in addition to binge eating and just eating to discomfort, I should say. It's just like, yeah, there is a root, and I know the root of my problem was distracting myself from getting things done, or just like, I don't know, it's like I'm eating to like go numb almost or something, or just obviously a lot of us eat out of boredom and stuff like that. But I just know that my relationship with food has really been healed to an extent where there was a time where I would have Twinkies here, and there's even some Twinkies in there right now. And that box just like wouldn't even last a couple days. Like it would be impossible because my mind would constantly be on the Twinkies. It would constantly be on like, oh, I want one now. I want one like, okay, I'll have one in 2 hours. Oh, I'll have, like, you know what I mean? Like that's how I was treating snacks. And because I am a snacker and I value snacking a lot, I tried not to just start limiting my snacks because then I would start binging. So because I got really used to that and I got used to having snacks in my house all the time and I became very comfortable that way, I don't have the desire to eat the Twinkie as much. Like I just got tired of a lot of the things that I was eating. I'm so grateful you aren't afraid to call it food addiction and speak out and talk about what it's like to constantly think about food or always looking forward towards your next meal or snack or whatever. This is my reality I'm working on, and I'm thankful that you worded it like this. I needed it personally, with smiley face. I'm glad. And I didn't expect so much positive feedback and honestly just like so many people to relate to it. I just know it was something that I was just like, dude, what the hell? Why can't I stop thinking about food? Like, why can't I get it off my mind? Go out, I gotta think about food. I come home, I gotta think about the food. Go out to eat, thinking about the food and the leftovers, and it's just like, what am I gonna have for breakfast tomorrow? Even when I was dieting and I was actively losing weight, doing, calories in, calories out, and tracking my calories and stuff like that, it's just like, it's so easy to get really obsessed and wrapped into the numbers that way. And I would really beat myself up and berate myself when, even if I was using MyFitnessPal or I personally used Lose It to track my calories and stuff like that, whenever I would see that red number, it was so like damning, and I was so discouraged, and I was so just like, oh damn, I'm in the red today. That sucks. That means I need to be like under tomorrow. And the thing is, right, is the way we eat, a lot of the times you're not going to eat the same calories every single day, and not every day is going to look the same, especially when it comes to food. So something that I really did learn is that not every day am I going to have 4,800 calories. Not every day am I going to have 3,000. Not every day am I going to have 1,500, right? A lot of the days I will say I fall between 1,700 to 2,100 calories a day. I want to say I've been able to maintain the weight because the days are like that, because the days measure themselves out by the days that I'm over and the days that I'm under. So the deficit exists, but in the most minuscule way. I'm just sitting maintenance, like I'm just hanging out. I personally believe that plus or minus 5 pounds is not enough to constitute feeling something about your weight, feeling like you gained weight or feeling like you lost weight. Your body is constantly fluctuating. You can weigh one thing in the morning and then 10 hours later gain 10 pounds, So I just think when something like that can happen and you can see it, how is your mental not going to be affected? Using measurements, okay? Get your tape measure and take pictures, and that is how you want to be tracking that progress. That scale, I'm telling you, is just messing with your head. Like I said before, if you have any form of visceral reaction from stepping on the scale, do not step on that scale. Just stop. Just stop, man. You're not doing anything for yourself doing that. If you want to know what diet I use to lose my weight, I use the SEP diet, okay? The SEP diet, yeah, you ever heard of it? It's called the Sustainability, Patience, and Consistency diet, baby, okay? Go ahead and jump on it. I know. It's going to be all the rage soon. Easy. You might as well just go ahead and spread the word now. Dang, girl, you're looking good. Oh, your skin is glowing. Wow, your life is reflecting like you are living your best one. Oh my gosh. You're drinking more water? Oh my gosh, you're achieving goals? Wow, your relationships are looking better. You're nurturing your friendships? Oh my gosh. Taking care of your body, taking care of your skin, taking care of your health? That's you? That's you, girl. Yes, it is. And you want to know why? Because you're doing the SEP diet. That's why. But no, for real, I do think all of this is about sustainability. Stay the course. Stay positive. The stress will keep that weight on, guys. The stress will keep it on. If you're sitting over there dwelling on it, that will keep the weight on. Ditch the scale. Use the measurements, okay? And let's make this our freaking year, okay? And if it's not our year, there's no time limit. Try something that just sounded interesting to you. Maybe someone even said something that, like, maybe you said you want to try something and someone subconsciously took it out of your head by accident, right? And you're just like, oh, that's dumb. No, go try it. Go do some pottery, go do some horseback riding, go do some ice skating, go for some walks, go sit in the park, go walk by the lake, go to the circus, go to the fair, go to the store, go do window shopping. There's so many things that you can do. Go clean your makeup brushes. Go clean your house, go tidy up your bathroom, organize your self-care products. I recently organized my makeup products inside of this vanity, inside this room, inside this new setup. I spent 2 hours this morning getting this room set up and ready for spring and to get those vibes up, because those vibes are affecting my energy, and my energy is how I am able to stay the course on my weight loss journey, because that's how I'm able to go walk or go work out or clean my house, take care of my body, take care of all these things which are contributing to me losing weight, because I'm taking care of myself, I'm taking care of my health. And I know that's a long-winded way to say what I just said, but I feel so passionate about this topic, and I feel like a lot of us will always overcomplicate it, and it's not something that needs to be overcomplicated. Stop thinking so much about weight loss. Let's dial it back. You don't need to be on a diet. You don't need to commit yourself to some die-hard, strict regimen. You don't need it. I promise you don't need it. Stop berating your body. Stop berating yourself. Start slow. Get a hobby. Start distracting yourself from the weight loss. Know that it's just a goal. Know that it's just like, I want to feel better inside. I want to feel better about myself. You'll immediately feel better about yourself when you start taking care of yourself. I promise. I love you guys so much. Get you a tape measure. Let's kill it this year. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions, anything else you want to know. I feel like the look came out pretty good. Marks are going to go down just fine looking like this, okay? Like a glam look with so little effort. This took definitely about 35 minutes. Let me know what you want to see, because I am always here to make it. Like I've said in the past, even when your girl started in 2021, baby, all it takes is one recommendation, okay? All it takes is one request, and I will make the video, okay? I will. That's your girl. That's who you signed up for. That's who you subscribed to. That's me. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Let me know if you like, and yeah, bye.